Hello everyone, Dinky with You Can Do Physiology and More, and today is day 2 of progression to impossible challenges, supplemental training for the impossible challenges or progression up. So we're going to talk a little bit about pull-ups today. First, one thing I wanted to actually mention is out of all the challenges, each of us are going to find different ones are going to be more difficult for us. For instance, I think for me anyway, I think the impossible squat is the easiest for me to do. I think the push-up is the most difficult, and I think the pull-up is the in-between as far as that goes. And it makes sense because when I did actually the challenge, I actually got pretty damn close to the impossible pull-up. I think it was like between 3 something to about 4 minutes with the impossible squat and the impossible push-up. That one I had a lot of work to do, but I was not doing as many push-ups or focusing on my overall strength for push-ups back then. So with the pull-up, now there are so many different exercises you can do. Yes, the impossible pull-up is actually a pull-up. You must have a pull-up bar to do it, or something like I showed you before, my iron gym over there, okay? However, you do not absolutely have to use pull-ups to progress to it, although you are going to want to do pull-ups. What I mean by that is this, okay? If you don't have access to a pull-up bar or anything like that, find one basically as many days of the week or as much as you possibly can. So if you say you have a buddy you train with 2-3 days a week and he has a pull-up bar but you don't, I would strongly recommend, even if you're not working your back that day, I know this sounds maybe a little redundant, this might sound like I'm telling you to overtrain. No, that's not what I'm telling you at all. But what I'm telling you is, if you're training with a buddy 2 to 3 days a week, he has a pull-up bar and you don't, I would recommend those 2-3 days, even if they're 3 days in a row, work on some pull-ups. You don't want to overwork your muscles, especially when you're not used to it. However, if you really want to get to this impossible pull-up challenge, you definitely want to maximize. What can we do otherwise? So many different exercises. Let me grab my kettlebell real quick. Okay, the one arm. Well, that's a kettlebell roast because it's a kettlebell, but dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever, coming back like this, that's going to work your latissimus or your lat muscles, which is going to be a strong indicator of that. You can do lat pull downs if you have a machine. If you don't have any equipment at all, get a backpack, or if you have a backpack, put some weight in it, and even, let me show you something here real quick. So let's just pretend. Let's pretend for a minute that I actually have a backpack with some, let's say 50 pounds, okay? Grab onto, well, I'm sure you have a door where you live, okay? And it doesn't even have to be a doorway, it can be anything. You grab onto it and go like this, back like this, and you have that weight, you're really gonna feel it, and come slower down like this, get a good stretch, come up, breathe. You can also warm up like this when you're using no weight, and then put your weight in your backpack, and there you go. There's some supplemental exercises, and there's a couple examples, or an example, of actually doing those without equipment. As far as anything else, if you really want to maximize your strength and you have a pull-up bar, you can do the same thing, put some weight in your backpack, and do different variations of pull-ups. Well, what I'd recommend doing is maybe obviously thoroughly warm up, maybe do one set with some weight in your backpack doing pull-ups, then on the next set, maybe do without pull-ups, and that's going to increase your overall muscular endurance and your strength at the same time. So hopefully this helps. Please give me all your feedback, embrace that discomfort. Believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Smash punch, kick that like button, just don't break it. Let's gotta do something. Do more than what you did yesterday. Get your ass up today and grind. What have you done today to push yourself, to grind, to embrace that discomfort, whatever it is. Be consistent, stay consistent, create momentum, and keep the momentum going. And remember, the more discomfort you embrace, the more that glory on the other side you will be able to actually live and more than you ever thought possible. Let's go.